Well, Coco, no hosting for us tonight. We've done it twice now. Did it once with Viking Stew, done it once with just Jeff, and no hosting. Probably won't be on the show till next movie night, right before U.S. Thanksgiving, huh? That's great, isn't it? I guess I don't have anything better to do tonight than just to watch, and probably see what kind of wonderful things there are to buy, and use my PayPal account, and go through Amazon, and damn you, Go Game Go!
Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi. Oh man, does it get any better than that? That flippin' Pete. God, I love him. God, I love him. I got to put on my headphones because everything goes south whenever I leave that stupid thing on. Oh, that was
like having your picture right in the middle of your face, Stuart.
I do. How about that? It's like I'm coming out of my head. My hair looks great, though.
It's so crazy looking, isn't it?
It is. I'm like, whoa, that's trippy. And my beard was really thick. I've been keeping it pretty short now.
I was trying to find, it was hard to find a picture of you where you're looking just straight on, without like someone's face like pressed right up against you.
There are always faces pressed up against mine. Oh, that's great. I love it.
JD, or should I say Dorsey, has 3 Funkos in his cart.
Oh, man. It's only been on for a few seconds.
Do it, JD.
We are a powerful duo. We go for the power.
JD, they're only going to get more expensive.
That's it. I mean, I've got, I got one that I can't really talk about, but when they sent it here, tell me what you think about this. When you get a Funko and the box is dinged up. And you're like,
if you plan to keep it in the box, that sucks.
But at the same time, do you want to give it to somebody with a dented box?
Oh, you're giving as a gift. Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. It's an inexpensive item. It was a good value. Let's just put it that way. There's a good value. That's why I bought it. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I can get that and add other things to it, right? But I'm like, what?
This came up last week, and everyone was wanting your opinion on the Bee Gees Sgt. Pepper movie.
Okay, well, I will mention that at an interesting little tidbit about that, which goes back to my best friend who, when I told her I watched Xanadu, she said, "Why?" I just recently bought that movie for Christine. Because it was for her. I gave it to her for her birthday. That's Sgt. Pepper, with the Bee Gees. Yeah, I just got that for her, and we may watch it this weekend. So God, there's lots of things. I need to write this down because there's so much to talk about. Because we're going to talk about nothing. Nothing.
We got nothing.
We got nothing. So anyway, Sgt. Pepper. Okay, what was I saying before that? Something I was going to ask everybody about. Funko. So we were talking about that. So it showed up and it was dinged up, and I put in for them to send me a new one, which they did very promptly. Boom. And I don't have to have the other one returned until February 1st.
Wow.
I was like, really? And then they're like, but if we don't get it, then we'll charge you for it.
It's almost like renting a Funko.
Exactly. Exactly. Just have it up there for a while and then, it's okay here. And then send it back. But, no box, no label. You just take it to Kohl's and they'll do their rigabahoo-doo and off it goes.
What's that grocery store? Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
We've taken it there for. It's really quick. I mean, as long as you have your thing on your phone,
your code,
you just hand it to them. They swipe it, you hand it to them, you're done. It's like, wow, this is very nice.
Yeah, it's trippy. So, talking about Sergeant Pepper, to be honest, I've never seen it. I've seen scenes from it, but that was not my gig when it came out. Nor has it ever been my gig. I've never been like, I gotta see that. Now I'm kind of that way because I've gotten more into the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton as of late. So, but I am going to watch it, so I will give you my review. So, can you believe it? I'm going to watch that, but I will not watch Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, boy.
I know, right?
Here,
what kind of twisted world do we live in?
Prozip has an interesting question here. Guys, would love to get your opinion on when retro gaming or modern gaming is better for certain situations or moments when you decide one or the other.
Okay.
Is there a certain time you prefer to play a retro game versus a modern game?
Usually when I'm with you or with, other friends that we haven't played something in a while, and when we finally get back together, that's when I'd want a retro game.
I think I'd rather do retro games with multiplayer. Like if there's other people to play with, that would be fun.
Wave race.
For more modern stuff, like Uncharted or something like that. I like to save that for a time when I'm kind of by myself, usually, where I can just concentrate on this, big cinematic piece going on up there. Because those are really cool. I really don't like one more than the other, to be honest. I mean, I love retro games. I love new games.
Yeah, exactly. That's been the kind of the beauty of this new expansion pack thing that we did with the Switch. You've got all this new content with Animal Crossing. And man, was my son is all over it. I mean, he is fired up about this, and my daughter is too.
Designing houses for people?
Starting into that, when I watched the video with Christine the other day, so that she was on an understanding of what was going on. I mean, it blew me away. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's just like, wow. Do I even have a time to do this?
I got in and play, and I designed 2 houses, like those vacation homes.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I never played Happy Home Designer. I think that was what it was called on the 3DS.
Right.
But I think this is pretty much the same, although it looks way more, what do you want to call it? Detailed. There's more stuff to do.
It's definitely.
Like everything in Animal Crossing, it's not so much a game. It's just something fun to kill time, because when you're designing the home,
it kills the time.
I have a feeling if you did the bare minimum, the person would still love their house.
Right.
I think it's just a way. If you like doing that, it's just a way for you to go and just keep on doing it. Last a long time. Speaking of, I brought in the controllers. This is the expansion pass controller.
What?
See, here's the back.
Where'd you get that?
You can buy it from Nintendo.
Oh.
Now, so here is what used to be the expansion part where you could put your memory card to the Rumble.
Your memory card, yeah.
It's just filled in. There's nothing. But there is Rumble built into this, which is cool.
Wow.
And I was comparing it to an actual Nintendo 64 controller, and man, I'll tell you what, it's hard to tell the difference. I don't even think I can.
That's what I thought. When you held it up, I was like, they look the same.
The stick is slightly stiffer, but it's brand new. So that makes complete sense. Yeah.
Right.
And then the other one, now the Nintendo 64 one, none of these controllers are necessary to play. But when you have
Okay.
a controller as strange as this, it just feels like when I was playing Star Fox the other day, it just felt so good because all the buttons are laid out perfectly. You can on the Switch. Do I have a? Oh, I think that's in the other room. On the Switch Pro controller, I mean, you have all the buttons. You don't have the yellow ones, of course, but you have the stick, the right stick that corresponds. But then these two buttons are off. It's like you're pressing the A button and B button on the Switch instead of the B and the Y because they're kind of lined up like B and Y. So it feels good. I did get the other one, the Genesis controller.
Okay.
And this definitely is not anywhere near as necessary as the Nintendo 64 one because, I mean, it's got 3 buttons. 3 buttons in the start and the D-pad, just like a normal one would. So, I mean, any controller can do that. But I'll tell you what, I was playing Sonic 2 last night with this. And it was such a weird feeling. It's like I'm playing Sonic 2 on the Nintendo Switch holding a Sega Genesis controller.
You're like, ah!
It's just so weird.
Somebody rewired my home. What's going on here?
Yeah, Rose, I don't think we're going to see a Nintendo 64 Mini. Yeah, I think you're right. Would have been cool.
So you went to the actual Nintendo site.
If you go like to Nintendo.com, I think you have to go to like the online spot.
Not like I haven't spent enough money already lately, but
I thought it'd be really cool.
So I'm going to
I just thought it'd be cool to have one of these.
Oh, it is. That's why I'm on here right now because I want to.
CC Mountain. No, these aren't new purchases. I bought this years ago. I don't know if she'll buy
that. Hi. Let's get the counter. Let's just go ahead and get the counter started, shall we? There's our number one full of shit moment tonight. So now let's see. So I'm looking in just because I obviously and historically suck at surfing the web. When you tell me that you bought it on the Nintendo site, then I go to the Nintendo site and I'm like, where in the hell do I find this?
Oh, you know what? I bet you right here where it says online plus expansion pack under the Happy Home Paradise DLC.
Okay, so let me go back to the.
And it's kind of funny. All the people complaining they wouldn't buy. I'm not going to buy that expansion pack. That Nintendo 64 controller has been out of stock. They get some and it goes.
Really?
It's out of stock like right away. So you got to like nail it right off the bat. I don't
so
know
okay, so I see the expansion pack thing. So do I go to there? Okay, so there's the Nintendo 64 Switch. See full list. Well, let's just talk about that, shall we?
Oh yeah, the list.
Yeah, the full list. We've got Mario Kart 64, Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. We got Star Fox 64, Mario Tennis, which I played a little bit of that the other night.
I did too.
Super Mario 64, Dr. Mario, which I also played.
Man, I must be really bad at that game because I find that game to be really tough.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
The story mode.
I kicked its ass. Now, that's not to say I didn't lose a couple of rounds and have to redo them, but
I was playing on easy and it was just so fast. I'm like, why is it so fast if it's on easy?
Oh yeah, I got with my family, we played the crap out of that game and I got pretty good at it. But I'll tell you who is my daughter, man. She is killer on that game. She will embarrass me.
It does not have Pilot Wing 64. Not yet. They did show additional games, but I haven't seen what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't. They showed additional games coming. We're being invaded. And Pilot Wing 64 is not one of the ones
By,
that next
by a
up.
whiny bitch.
Banjo Kazooie is one that's coming up, and Majora's Mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah. By the way,
Well, the last three on the list are Yoshi's Story, Win Back, Covert Operations. Have you played that?
I started playing it. It's what do you call it? I mean, it's one of those games where it's not first person, it's third person, but you're on a mission. You got to do something. And meanwhile, people are trying to kill you, and you're shooting them. You can duck and hide, pop out, shoot.
Okay. Is it okay? And Sin and Punishment. Have you played that?
Yeah, that's a really cool game. It's a Japanese only game. It never came out here on the 64.
Wow.
It's like a 3D run and gun.
Oh, wow.
The controls, that's one of those games that you probably want. It'd probably be easier to use the Nintendo 64 controller.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, I found that controller. It's sold out still.
I did. I finally found it. I got to the bottom of the list and I'm like, I kept going where they have little videos and then I'm like, oh, there's the controller out of stock. Damn.
Yeah. Bros, Sin and Punishment is on the Virtual Console, and then there's a newer version on the Wii also. It was a sequel, which is cool.
Ooh. I like that. Kylo Ren. That's so horrid. What a whiny. See, all that crap I was telling you earlier, which I will not discuss here, that is what I deal with.
We have an infiltrator who keeps popping in.
Oh man, that reminds me. When I started getting into this tonight, I all of a sudden I saw Pete's stuff. It was so trippy.
Pete's stuff? What do you mean?
Yeah, like Pete's stuff, hey, Super Chicken. Boy, that works perfectly right there. That was like
it does, doesn't it? Right in between us.
It's like right in between both of the black and white heads and us. It's like, don't get no better than that. Also, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Yeah, there's the Genesis controller. They're both $50.
Stuart, this works even better. Look.
Oh. So that's brilliant. $50 for the controller. If I tell you what, if it was in stock, it'd have been ordered by now.
If you order the expansion pack mainly to play Nintendo 64 games, I think you're going to want to get it because everything feels right. I mean, especially, can you imagine if they put Wave Race on there? I mean,
that's exactly what.
Don't you want to play Wave Race on this?
Yes. And then for the where is it? I got to look for where it is. Oh yeah, I got to go back one more.
I've never heard of Heavenly Guardians. I got to look that up.
Heavenly Guardians. You've never heard of anything. See, that's like me with movies. I've seen all these movies and you've not. So for the Genesis games, you got Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you got Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, which I'm eager to play that. That's a game I never ever played.
I've never played it either.
Castlevania.
I haven't played it yet either.
Yeah. And I love Castlevania games. It's got Bloodlines on here, Golden Axe, Classic Strider, Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and Gunstar Heroes. So
Gunstar Heroes is fantastic.
Now it also says it has there's a couple that aren't on the photo or pictured list. Musha,
Musha, that's a really good shooter.
Fantasy Star 4,
I started playing that last night.
Ristar. Oh, did you?
I'll tell you what,
Ristar, Shining Force.
The Genesis games, they look great on the Switch. I mean, they're bright, crisp. They look really good.
That's awesome. And it says that pick up and play. You can play, save, and jump back into the action whenever you have a few minutes, wherever you happen to be. They have do-overs are built in. You can rewind your game.
On the Genesis controller, they've got a button right here. You push it, it takes you backs you up to the menu where you can save. You can save out a save state. You can save it at any time, come right back to it, load it up. And what else was I going to say? Oh, it also, if you hold it down, it takes you to the rewind screen, and then you can just rewind it.
Wow. I think the other thing you really wanted to say was push it real good.
Push it. Push it.
Don't be a push it.
Push it, Money Penny. Yeah, I saw the new James Bond film Saturday.
Oh, you did? What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I had a fun time watching it. There's a lot of things in the story that are kind of typical movie stuff. Like you can see certain things coming.
They're really bad with those with the last few.
It's not a masterpiece, but it was fun watching it.
Yeah.
And
what did you think of Skyfall?
I don't know if I saw it or not. I think I may have, but I certainly don't remember it if I did.
Okay. I hate it.
Wait, was that Dalton or was that
No, that's
Brosnan?
Daniel Craig.
That was Daniel Craig?
It's a third Daniel Craig movie. Because he's done 4 now, right? 4, 5, 4.
Hey, look at this. Mama C told Pete that they need to get the expansion pack for the Switch and the controllers.
5. Wait a minute. What?
So, Pete, you need to get 2 of these controllers so you and Mama C can play together.
Yes.
I think my wife was just saying she wanted to play, so I'll get another one for her so we can play together.
As soon as they're available, right?
Yeah, as soon as they're available. And when they are, you better grab them fast because they
can't get one right now. So, I mean, are they only available through Nintendo?
Yep. And you can only buy them if you are a
upstanding citizen.
Right. If you pay for the online service, you can buy it.
Oh, I got you.
If you're not a member of that, they don't let you buy it.
That's cool. That's smart.
Yeah, Pete, I like the new one too. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So lots of new games to play. I always love the fact that you get some of these retro games and there's things you've never played. Like I'd never played. Remember when I told you I'd never played Streets of Rage?
Oh, really?
That's brilliant. It's great. I played a ton of other beat 'em ups, but I had never played that one. So
Streets of Rage 2 was probably my favorite. Streets of Rage 4 is really good on the Switch.
And we can play this online together, right?
You can. I'm assuming all 2-player games can be played online.
Okay.
I certainly haven't checked it out yet. I think you're the only person I know that has it.
Like we should play Golden Axe together.
Yeah.
We should play Contra together. So
you want to play Streets of Rage? Yes, it is. I think all 4 are worth playing.
I literally gasped. Or if you're on Parks and Rec, you literally gasp. I literally just gasped.
All right. Mike wants to know why you haven't played Streets of Rage.
Well, I have now because of Jeff. I just hadn't. When did the first one come out?
Oh, geez.
Because this one says
91,
the second one. Yeah, because the second one was 92.
First was probably
So-
90, 91. Then this is 92. Well,
I have
Genesis
no
came out,
clue.
what, in 89?
Yeah, Skyfall. So let's see, Casino Royale. There's one missing. He's done 5. He did Casino Royale, and then he did the one after that, the Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die Now. So 5 total, and I guess that's it. He's done.
We did stream Street Rage 4. We beat the game, actually. And tried streaming Street Rage 2 on the Genesis collection, but man, the online on that really sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not on the expansion pack, because I haven't tried that.
Oh, okay. Well, we should do that sometime soon.
We should, because there's a lots of good, like Gunstar Heroes. Have you played that?
No, that's what
Oh,
we should. We should just poop on this right now and just set it up real quick and do it. No, just kidding. Not gonna happen.
What we have to do first, when we do that, I've got to get it set up where we can stream together. Because
Yes,
that got all messed up months ago, and I haven't done that since.
of course, without crossing the streams.
That's right.
I
we
was
both streamed at the same time last week.
Yeah, we did. We
And
did.
neither
That
knew
was
the other one
nuts.
was streaming. When I got off, I went to check the little app here. I was like, I'm curious if anyone was watching. And then the first video up was Hammer Away. I was like, what? I was like, how is that up there? I mean, I just streamed. How was that there? And I looked, and it said you had, you had people watched, and I was like, and liked it. And I was like, wait, how is that possible? And that's what I told you. I said, did I screw up your stream?
Yeah, and
Because
I'm like,
I
no.
just did it. It was an impromptu one. And I forgot that you do it on Tuesdays sometimes. But yeah, it worked somehow. Somehow we both streamed on the same channel at the same time and had people watching.
I'm telling you, we're magic.
I don't think it's supposed to work that way.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
I have
Doom
not
Troopers?
played Doom Troopers.
No,
I like that name.
it's like Earthworm Jim, but just with tons of gore. Oh, like Super Blood Hockey is Nintendo hockey, pretty much with blood.
Oh yeah, you're right. This game though, Doom.
Yeah, Doom Troopers,
On the Genesis.
or is that Genesis?
Genesis.
Genesis. Yeah,
Playing this one Snow in the Rocket League Battle Royale with Next Level Gaming.
I know. What the heck? What are we doing? We need to do this, Mike. When are we doing this?
That's up to Mike, because there's no way I can possibly pull that one off. We'll need Mike's streaming expertise to do that.
Right. Let's
It was a streamception, Mike.
Streamceptions.
It was such a weird thing.
All the planets aligned. I did tell Jeff I've got some unboxing to do. It's crazy week this week. I didn't get a show on Tuesday, and I got a rehearsal for which I am not ready tomorrow. But I have some things to unbox if y'all want me to do that. Jeff, where's your knife so you can do that sound? Because there you go. I got to get to the dollar store and get one. I'm sure I can get one at the dollar store, right? I just love that sound. So I don't remember what this is. So I know what that is, but I don't know what this is. I will tell you this much about the other one. It is international. Ooh. Wow, what is this?
What is it?
Look, it's like taped inside this protective corrugated box stuff that's cut down from Triggs. It's a wine case. Triggs, only the finest wine cases to send off. Unknown items. What? Let's see what this is. Okay, so yeah, see Triggs there. Triggs. Let's see what we got here. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Is it a whoopee cushion?
Well, it might as well be. This is not what I ordered. Are you kidding me?
So that is your order, but they just sent you the wrong item?
Yeah, this
Oh.
is supposed to be vinyl. It's a cassette. You've got to be freaking kidding me. Why in the hell would I spend $11 on a Fargan cassette from Canada?
Those Canadian cassettes are the worst. Oh, Boomtown Rats.
I know. Why do I want the cassette? I don't want the cassette. Son of a monkey's ass.
CC Mental said you can make a mixtape.
This already is a mixtape. It's all mixed up. I shouldn't have had this. Son of a...
Lance wants to know if you got your Amico game, Stuart.
Yeah, I opened those. I unboxed it on my show last week on the Hammer Away show. They are right here. There are no variants.
Yeah, Lance was showing. I forgot who it was. Somebody posted. Not only did they have a Brangel variant, they had a Finnegan Fox one.
Finnegan Fox one.
Which
I saw
is the
that.
very first Finnegan Fox variant that we've seen.
Yeah, when I did Papa Pete's little trick, I could see coins on the top of every one.
Yeah.
So
it's all there.
So I didn't even unwrap them yet. Not even on Twitter.
Hey, more distracted. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? I didn't know that Rise of Skywalker came on cassette. This really is. That's terribly stupid.
Is that the worst when you order something and the wrong thing comes?
Yeah, because
you're at least 2 weeks out from getting it.
Well, and the thing about it is you're like, I don't want to go through all my Fargan emails and, where's the email about it and blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it says. Oh, Jesus. So stupid. Discogs. Yeah. See, I think it said album, and I thought that's what it was. And it says on here, it says CASS album. So, of course, it was fine and it was right. I just didn't look at all the details. I saw what I wanted to see and I ordered it.
Salvatore watched the Tommy Tallarico Amico game unboxing.
He sent me a message today. Tommy sent me a message today. It was, I guess, some more haters were doing messages about stuff being delayed that wasn't true.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything left to be delayed. It's already delayed, the system.
Yeah. Because he says Steam Deck just got pushed back due to shortages in components reaching the factory in time in order of release.
A couple months at least.
But he's like, OMG, they are liars. What a scam. So I don't know.
Well,
so I guess that's not true.
The Evercade Versus got delayed. But now we got an email that sounds like it's possible it may come because North America was supposed to get it on November 4th. They delayed it.
You said Classy Pete got one, right?
Classy Pete got one. Well, he got a review copy.
Oh.
So they sent him one early. He still has his Founders Edition coming.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I love calling him Classy Pete now.
It really is. It really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Because
did you see how I just?
Pete? Yeah, it just came right out. Just slid right out. So you can't call him Wavy Pete because the channel's no longer named that.
Yeah.
You can't call him Pete because then you got Papa Pete, you got Snestastic Pete. So you got to go with Classy Pete.
So does he have a new animated intro with classy stuff?
A lot of Mr. Peanut, a lot of Tux stuff. No, I thought we should wear a monocle.
I was thinking more of a smoking jacket and a big ornate chair and hello, Classy Pete.
He should have one of those big chairs with a back and the smoking jacket. God, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Streaming like that.
Yeah, have an animated one coming in. Yeah, and just do that. Yeah, like the Cavatier, like Tim Meadows doing Cavatier,
that'd be such a great stick,
or
wouldn't it?
Yeah, or that dude that, I don't always do it, but when I do this, I do that.
That'd be a classic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, all you gotta do is put iced tea in a little glass with some ice cubes, and it doesn't have to be alcohol. It just be iced tea.
I saw on Facebook, there was a YouTuber
or whatever
there was a YouTuber talking about Classy Pete getting his Evercade.
Yeah,
he was not happy about it.
Well, that's just tough. Welcome to tough shit. Let's up it one more there.
I won't say who it was, but he said he felt like he should have gotten one. Now, he did say he didn't have any ill will towards Pete getting one, but he felt like he should get one because he's a bigger channel and he's had a lot of coverage with Evercade. I'm thinking,
well, maybe,
I don't know. I mean, Pete, look at Pete. He's got Evercade videos every week. He's got a show for Evercade.
Well, and it, it just goes down to the usual thing where you're just like, what's your problem? What's your real problem here?
Well, the person said that I don't care if I get anything free or not. And I'm thinking, well, I think you do.
I would.
I mean, if Evercade, if Blaze Entertainment was going to say, hey, you want a free Evercade Versa? Who would say no to that?
I would not.
I know.
I would just feel blessed to have gotten that. And then instead of getting on a channel and saying, hey, boo-hoo, why don't you just get a hold of the company and say, hey, I noticed that such and such got one, and I would love to jump on that wagon and help you out. Would it be possible? I mean, really? Is it really all about you? I mean, they didn't think of me. They thought of Pete, but they didn't think of me. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I am. But I mean, I just am. I don't try. I just do it.
Besides the high back chair, the smoking jacket, and the pipe,
that's
CC Mills said, "I'm bourbon on the rocks." And God, I could just see him doing that. That'd be so funny.
It would be great. It would be great. Yeah. See, I couldn't get away with that with all my hair. I just don't think it would work. It's not me.
Yeah,
it's not me.
So Classy Pete did a video of unboxing it, and then it was cool. He went to the credits because the credits, if you order a Founders Edition, they put your name in the credits. So he scrolled through all the credits, and I found my name, Lance's, and Papa Pete's.
Awesome.
So I took a screenshot of everyone's and I sent it to him.
You guys are celebrities.
Pete,
yeah, because I mean, I don't.
Beer. Pete, I don't believe that for 1 second.
Don't always drink beer, but I do. It's Dos Equis.
Free is awesome.
Free is awesome. Like the girl in Willie, I want my Evercade Versus now.
I want an Evercade Versus.
Oh shoot!
Now we got some chat drama about which.
Oh, dude. I just bought Stella the other day. They had a 12-pack on sale. I bought a 12-pack of bottles the other day. And then I immediately poured some in my chili and drank the rest. I killed it fast.
So, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I ordered something from Instacart.
Yes.
And I talked to the person doing it because they there's a couple of changes. Something we didn't have wasn't there or whatever. But then I got a message saying checking out. I was like, okay. And then I get a message about 10 minutes later from the person, and they said I can't check out because they won't let me because it says you've ordered more things than you said you were going to order.
Oh.
And I said, I don't even know what you mean. What do you mean by that? I've never heard this before. And she goes, I don't know. They just said that, you said you're going to buy this many items, and then there was more items bought. I was like, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I placed an order. You bought the stuff. And so I contacted Instacart corporate on Twitter. And then they sent me a message like 10 minutes later saying, we have a new person handling your order. It'll be there in like 2 hours. I'm like, 2 hours. Come on. It was supposed to be for lunch. We paid like a little $2 priority if you could get there early.
Yeah.
So I was telling Nathan this story, and he had an interesting idea because the way she was wording things about too many items and it wasn't working, he thinks that maybe she tried to slip an item in for herself. And since it wasn't on my list, Instacart kicked it back. Because I can't think of why Instacart would care. And we've used them for over a year, and it's never happened before. So I'm thinking that's it. Plus, they got rid of her right during they got rid of her on the spot. Like they said, we replaced her with somebody else to do it. So I'm wondering if she was trying to
scam some gum, or maybe some jujubes, or orange slices.
It would have to be something small. Why would you do that? Why would you even risk anything?
I know. I don't
know
that
small because it can't be big. If it was big, I would notice the.
Right. Exactly.
That was weird.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I've got a new item up here. You see this?
Yeah. Well, let's put you in solo.
I'm gonna grab it. All right.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's right.
Is that an Evel Knievel something?
It is not, but this was during Evel Knievel's reign, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
So Cub Scouts do Pinewood Derby.
Absolutely. Derbies. I remember those.
They also used to do these rocket derbies, and I don't even know what they're called. It's kind of the same thing. You get your little wood thing. This mainly was just decorating. You know how Pinewood Derby, you can carve things around and do stuff. But
absolutely, yeah.
So I made this. I was probably, I don't know what it was, 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Then 5.
Wow.
Okay, so I made this thing, and I was all excited. It used to have wings here; those are gone. I don't know how it survived. This is like, what is this? Almost 45 years old. It's crazy. I still have it.
Oh, that is crazy.
Still operational. But here's the thing that really sucked about that night. So I'm all excited. I got my I think this is the coolest one that was there. So what you did is you lined up. They had a string going across the gymnasium. You'd put this on there, and there was it's still here. There's a rubber band in here. You pull it out and you twist it, and then when you let it go, it kind of shoots forward and then it flies down the string.
Correct. Yeah.
So I gave the guy my ship.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I gave him a 20.
I slipped him a 20 so I could win this race. So I give it to him, and by the way, he just happens to be, he's like the den lead or whatever, but his kid is also in this den.
Oh,
plays a big part in this. Now, if you look, these are like it's almost like ornament little stems that you But if you look, one of them is completely bent.
Yeah.
Now that's
Yeah.
not
What's the
because
deal?
that's not because it's so old and it got mashed up. This is exactly how it looked when I packed it away 40 plus years ago. So I gave the guy my ship. He takes it and he puts it on, and then he takes this one
No.
and he bends it like this.
No.
So when it took off, of course, it got stuck on the string and it didn't go anywhere. Meanwhile,
Oh,
his son wins the race.
that's disgusting.
He bent. I mean, I actually watched him do it. He went, "Eh." I'm like, why did he do that? And then when it started up, it went. I was like, he just sabotaged my rocket. You know, I'm like 8.
I'd have had him do it again.
I'm like 8, so I didn't say anything. But I was pissed off because I started thinking, I was like, wait a minute, his son's in this thing. And I was racing against him. He actually, look at that.
That sucks.
That's right.
I was just about to put that on there. Oh, that's incredible.
I don't even know if they do these rockets anymore. If they do, I don't think they do them everywhere. I think maybe it's pretty.
I do thoroughly remember that though. Did they use like fishing line?
Yeah, it wasn't string. It was something more like. Is there a fishing
I would
line?
assume it's.
It was almost something that I thought it was more like almost like some kind of metal, but it may have been just a fishing line. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do.
Wow. Oh,
I'll tell you what. If I remembered, I might be contacting right now because I'm still happy.
Oh man, I'd be fuming, dude. I'd be fuming.
Go to all that work to put this thing together, and he's just like, "You lose."
That sucks. Wow.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
That's the karma's a bitch. I got some sad news too. There was it's okay because I'm going to follow it up with another unboxing and a favorite snack. But there was a gentleman who had done a lot of work musically and worked with a lot of bands and had a band project called Liberty and Justice. If maybe JD or anybody knows about that, maybe Born Distracted knows about that. His name is Justin Murr. And I didn't have the greatest of experiences with him when we last spoke. But I wish no ill will towards anybody. If they have an issue with me or if they seem to have an issue with me, it's maybe something they're dealing with and that's the way they deal with it. But so anyway, but he got COVID and got sick and he passed away a month ago. My buddy Mike Floros from Steel City gave me a call, and while we were talking, he turned me on to the fact that he passed away a month ago. And because Mike works in a hospital and he works in a ward where they deal with respiratory situations, and he said, man, I knew it didn't sound good as soon as I heard he was on what he was on. And I was like, man, that's just, but somebody got out there, unfortunately, somebody got out there on social media and they're like, karma's a bitch. I hope you die. Wow. That's really not right.
Jeez.
That's really not right. Do you not think that maybe you got a little karma coming right now? Better get ready for it. Better put on your seatbelt because it's going to kick you right in the ass for pulling shit like that. You don't say shit like that.
He could have just said nothing.
Exactly. Why don't you just go pray for the person? If you think you're so good, why don't you just shut the yap and go somewhere and pray for that person? I don't know. Anyway, one of my favorite snacks. I needed to get a little cash because we went and got our hair done last night. Christine and I did. I was gonna say that. I didn't, obviously. But in order to get a little cash, and this leads to another funny story. I went and got my favorite holiday this time of year snack because you put it with something and it tastes great. What would be a holiday snack you would get now, and you put it with something else and it tastes like something?
Peeps.
Hell no.
I'm just curious, everyone in the chat, who likes Peeps and who doesn't? Because
I do not.
I've tried them, I think, twice, because I tried them once when I was little. I was like, I don't like this. But then years later, I don't know, it just looks good to me. And I tried it again. I was like, well, maybe I've changed. I was like, God damn, it still doesn't, it still sucks.
There's nothing to it. It's like a circus peanut. I mean, they're not the same. And I'm not saying they taste the same. But all I'm saying is it's like that. You're like, well, I don't know. It's candy. Now, here's the question. I did not know. Oh, yeah. Here's the question, though, Jeff. What is a peep? How would you describe it?
It looks like marshmallow with sugar on it, but
so could you?
I would like, but I just don't like it. So they're doing something else to it. I don't know what's going on.
Well, so here's what you and I are going to do when it comes springtime, and the rise of the peeps are coming. The rise of Peep Walker.
Rise of Peep Walker.
Let's go get us some pink bunnies and some yellow chickies, and let's make Easter s'mores and see what happens. Maybe we should find some peeps and have peeps and marshmallows and see if there's much of a difference.
I'm not a big s'mores fan either, though.
I'm not either, but
I like all three ingredients.
Yes.
When they come together, I don't know. It's just too much.
It is too much sometimes. And especially when you have a beard and mustache.
And it's just gross. It's all over your hands. And usually when you're eating it, you're outside with a fire and it's like 10 degrees outside and it's miserable.
Right. And then you're like licking your fingers and then they're cold and you're like, and it does not matter. You still walk away from that campfire sticky somewhere. You're like, how did I get that? How did I get that there? Or you look down and you got a white patch on your leg or chocolate on your shirt.
We were at a wedding reception in the fall several years ago, and they had a s'mores table set up. They had Hershey bars, big jumbo marshmallows, and graham crackers. So I just went and took the Hershey bars and was like, this is pretty good. I didn't get the rest of it.
How do you eat a Hershey? I still haven't even shown you what my snack is.
Oh, wait a minute.
How would
Lance
you
guessed Count Chocula?
No, Count Chocula. But you know what I did the other day that was so cheap? Dark rum? No. That's not a bad one, though. It's not a bad one. Life's too short for that crap. Stovetop stuffing? No, that is a seasonal somewhat item. But what would... Sounds like that.
And it's seasonal? What is it?
Yes, there.
Somebody said it? Is it an effed up marshmallow?
It's not an effed up marshmallow.
I think that's a comment about the peeps.
That is a peep. It's effed up marshmallow. No, candy corn, and you put it with what?
I don't know.
Peanuts.
I've never eaten it with it. Oh, I've never done that.
You put it with peanuts, it tastes like a payday.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. You're making your own candy bars over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to see. You ever watch the show the food that,
oh man, on a roll. You say sometimes you get a white patch on your leg? Are you sure that's marshmallow?
Jay's in a timeout.
Again,
I've lost track of the chat. Where are we here? Peeps. Hey, Oak City Gamers is here.
Yeah. Peep is shaped marshmallow with sugar crisp. See,
I know a lot of people that love them, and I feel like I should like them, but I just don't. I don't know why.
I hit a Hershey bar with a hammer, then open it. I look like great. Well, thank you very much, Gloria.
Gloria says you look
Appreciate
like
that.
Greg Allman.
Yeah, let's start singing. We'll just do Midnight Rider.
Now, wait a minute. What makes you think she's talking about you?
She gotta be. You
Maybe
one
it's a
handsome
different-
lad, Jeff. You
maybe
was
it's
one handsome lad, but I've never thought you looked like Greg Allman.
Maybe it's a different Greg Allman.
It's the other Greg Allman. I'm sure Gloria thinks that Greg Allman is a handsome man. I'm sure. Oh shoot!
Hey, that means Stuart's coming over. Damn you, go game go. Now, I've heard about this too, where some people prefer stale peeps. So
And why would that be? Why would you want I don't even want a fresh peep. Why do you want a stale peep?
What if that's what makes you like them? Well, that's the thing you're missing. The missing ingredient to the peep.
Staleness?
Yeah. Hey, Retro Bro, what's going on?
So you're saying I would be in a stalemate while I'm waiting for that to happen?
Yes.
Captain Candy Corn. It's the worst.
I like candy corn.
I like candy. And if you put it with peanuts, it's terrific. It's a payday. The payoff is there.
Papa Pete.
Honey, corn syrup, jello, oil.
Hey, Pete, I'm wearing your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, he are. I went with the classic Thundercats. Ho! I'm a Thundercats ho.
You put candy corn with the garbage every Tuesday. I don't think I like that, Pete.
Dude, damn.
There are two types of people, those who love candy corn and those who are wrong.
Thank you for saying that, Retro Bro, because just the other day I was walking through the store and they had a bunch of sale items and there was candy corn and there was a woman there to whom I said hello. And she was like, I love candy corn. And I was like, yeah, me too. She goes, but I have friends who don't. And I'm like, I know. We don't talk about it. She goes, that's right. I said, you can love them where they are. You just don't have to hang with them all the time.
Oak City Gamer's right. Candy corn does have the texture is kind of like the icing, the fondant stuff.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Except
it kind of
is flavor. It's just gross.
It is gross. But do you remember what the grossest thing is about it to me? Is watching them make those cakes with their hands. I'm like, quit touching my cake with your hands. Put some gloves on, for gosh sakes.
But
one peep every 10 years.
The gloves don't always do it because people always feel safe when you got your gloves, but then you're like you're at Subway and you see someone doing something.
Yeah.
And then you leave one of these.
Oh, yeah.
They'll go and they'll check someone out and they got the gloves on. They're working the cash register, giving you change. I'm like,
yeah.
What's the point of the gloves if you're getting them dirty?
They're just like your hands now.
I'd rather just wash your hands after everyone. Hey,
right.
Steve Retro. What's up?
Right.
Ooh, is there brown sugar candy corn? Really? I gotta check that out. I can't even keep up with chat tonight, sir. What's going on?
You know what? Yeah, and what was this that Pete said? No. Oak City Gamers. I like black. Did you just put this up?
No.
Okay. I like black licorice. The wheels, like shoelaces. I certainly do like. I like black licorice, but I want to know if you like black licorice. Do you like ouzo? That's always my question.
CM Retro likes candy corn.
See? Retro, do you ever put it with peanuts?
CC Mental, I prefer stale peeps. There you go. There's a faction of peep lovers that like them stale.
You better watch it. You got a weirdo in your house.
Oh, already did
Of course,
that
we
one.
already knew that. We knew
Only
that.
thing worse than candy corn is black liquor.
Wow. Salvatore just slapped me twice. Whoosh, whoosh.
Someone brought candy corn and peanuts to an office potluck. Cheapskate.
Oh, damn. Cheapskate.
Pete, this is a beautiful shirt.
What about Mama C down there? Yep, there you go.
We're in a Washington capital city. Surprising no one.
That doesn't.
Say, that's not surprising at all.
Huh. You like hockey?
Candy corn is Halloween. Shouldn't we be moving on? All right.
Yeah. All right. So wait, have you been somewhere yet? And they're playing Christmas music?
No, but to be honest, I don't really go anywhere.
I was in Sam's and they were playing Christmas music.
Now wait a minute. What about Good and Plenty? I love Good and Plenty.
Good and Plenty's great because it's licorice.
And it's good.
And plenty. Yeah, Good and Plenty, good.
Looks like Papa Pete likes Good and Plenty. Unless he's
All right.
something else.
No.
Kind of waxy.
Yeah,
I think
he
that's
might
back
be
to the
answering
candy
the-
corn.
He might be saying it's time to move on.
Yeah, candy corn is rather sweet. You know, I'm not sure if I could. I've always liked candy corn, but I haven't eaten it in years. I'm not sure if I'd like it as much now.
Huh.
It might be too sweet for me. I don't know.
Wow. It gives them diabetes and it kills them.
I wonder if that's on the label.
So, Vince, did you hear? Steve ate some candy corn out of the trash. He got diabetes. They only give him till next week. Oh, hell no. Yeah, it's true.
I have
Wow.
never had the chocolate brown candy corn.
I have.
Are they different? I mean, it's a different flavor.
It is a different color and a different flavor. Yeah. Mhm.
I don't know if they just changed the color.
Yeah.
The Fonsden A. I don't think anyone.
Oh, wow.
I don't think anybody under like 45 is going to understand that one, JD. But I like it.
It's only rock and roll, but I like it.
I like it. Lifespan of a peep is around 10 years. It might be even more than that.
I don't know. I may, you know, for your sake, Jeff, I may go back to Walgreens tomorrow and see about getting some. Hell, I could go after the show. Because they had a bunch of different kinds there that I was like, I'm just a purist. I just bought a big plastic canister of peanuts at Sam's, and I'm like, oh, candy corn. But then they had other colors. So they have like caramel apple candy corn.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Oh, the cackle. We missed the cackle. Uzo is awesome, Papa Pete says. Private Charles Lamb. A MASH reference.
Oh, that's right, Charles Lamb.
And Oak City says Uzo is bomb and Jaeger. Jaeger, I've said it before on here. Jaeger is the working man's Uzo. That's what it is. Plain and simple.
I think this is a reference to maybe Christmas. This lady may have been decked out for Christmas already.
I got a neighbor right up the street that has all their Christmas stuff out.
My goodness, let's stop talking about the shit candy. You know, in all fairness, candy corn was not even in our top 32.
No. Of course, neither was the Lion Bar. I'm still hot about that.
Or circus peanuts.
Damn it! I mean, I remember a day when I liked circus peanuts. Did you ever like them?
I don't remember not liking. I mean, I had them when I was a little kid, and I don't think I've had them since I was like 8 or 9. I liked them. They were kind of
Yeah.
squishy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
liking them now, though, but who knows?
Someone
must like them. They're still in the store.
Yeah. Well, look at Peeps. And to some people, candy corn.
Just like McDonald's French fries and Necco wafers last 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of McDonald's, the McRib is back.
Of course it is.
You remember last year when we convinced Heracles to get a McRib? It was his first time he ever had a McRib. Was that the first? That was over a year ago. Was that the first instance of a go influence over a purchase? Not sure if
It
that
could be.
Because that was that was at least 12 months ago.
Yeah, we could trace it back to that.
Huh. Oh, Oak City Gamer loves circus peanuts.
Oh.
Hey, Lance makes a good point. Why aren't there Thanksgiving movies? I mean, I'm sure there must be one or two here or there, but why isn't that a thing like every year, like, a Thanksgiving movie?
Because people don't like Thanksgiving. They don't like hanging with their families.
But don't they do that on Christmas too, though?
Yeah, but Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. I mean, Thanksgiving is a time when we remember how the Indian or the Native Americans were pushed out of their homelands. And
not me. I think of turkey and mashed potatoes.
All right, just for you, while you're going through here, I'm going to go look it up and see if there's any Thanksgiving movies outside of Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
Pete, I don't think anyone had candy corn anywhere on their list. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I didn't.
That was fine. Is Pete referring to? I think he's referring to Heracles getting the Rick Rib. The Funk House Hotel should have circus peanuts at the mini bar.
Freebirds, Tower Heist. That's a Thanksgiving time. Have you seen Tower Heist?
Never heard of it. Oh yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. They had Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Good call.
Paul Blart Mall Cop. The Blind Side.
Whoa.
Pieces of April. You've Got Mail.
I don't know how we missed this. Thanksgiving 1 and 3. Is that a real? Those real movies? Thanksgiving. I always love movies that have names like that. It's awesome.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's almost like horror. Those are horror names, and there's porn names.
Yes.
All that jizz.
On Golden Blonde.
On Gold. Oh, thanks, Lang.
Your local TV channel shows "It's a Wonderful Life" on Thanksgiving. That's interesting. It's usually played at Christmas time.
Well, now was the movie with? No, I don't think that was. And they have Anne of Green Gables thing, The Oath, the Turkey Bowl. This Turkey Hollow, Freebirds, Little Fockers, Funny People.
Thanksgiving is a killer turkey film.
Huh. Pieces of April.
It's interesting. It's a Wonderful Life's not playing on Thanksgiving here, is it? You ever seen it on Thanksgiving?
No.
Huh.
Oh, The Ice Storm. Set in Thanksgiving 1973. Ang Lee's film follows two new Canaan, Connecticut families. Huh.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. What happened to Thanksgiving too?
That's what I was wondering.
Maybe that's a
They're like
Christmas time.
They're like, the second one always sucks. Let's just skip it and go straight to 3.
Oh yeah, the turkey drop.
As God is my witness.
That's one of the funniest lines ever on TV. The best part was like Carlson and his suit was all messed up. It was, but he had like feathers stuck in him here and there.
Was it Herb was standing there with him by the door? Is that when he came out?
Herb was there, and I think Les came in right after them. Two was skipped and never got put in the oven.
Did you know there was a Garfield Thanksgiving?
No. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, grumpy old men.
Oh, I've seen that a couple times. I completely forgot about that.
Adam's Family Values had a Thanksgiving pageant. Son-in-law with Pauly Shore.
I think I missed
Scent of a Woman.
Films.
You what?
I think I missed all the Pauly Shore films.
Yeah, I did. Curly Sue. Avalon. She's Got to Have It. Hannah and Her Sisters. These are all The Big Chill.
Pete, when my KRP DVDs come in, first thing I'm watching is that Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, and remember Rocky? It was Thanksgiving. She cooked the turkey and he threw it in the alley. Frickin' Pauly. What the hell is it with that name, Pauly?
He's always messing things up.
Oh, man, what a douche.
Family Circus had a Thanksgiving special.
Well, there you go. Miracle on 34th Street. That opens on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, interesting. Well, they're covering both there, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yeah, both holidays.
Both of them.
Both.
Holiday Inn had a Thanksgiving scene. Yeah. That Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, though, is, that's a tough one.
Toast and popcorn.
Just passing it out. Passing it out like they're at Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's true. Was that Rocky 1 or Rocky 2?
There's Rocky 1.
Rocky 1.
Yeah. Pauly was
Snow Miser or Heat Miser. I like the Snow Miser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I thought his design was cool.
Much
nice
cooler.
Off his nose.
Yeah. Much cooler looking and not so high maintenance. That Heat Miser is high maintenance, man. They're like, dude, just take it down 10 degrees, would you?
I'm trying to think. There was a scene, right, where Snoopy was wrestling a lawn chair. He's trying to get it set up, and then like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. that sound he makes.
Snoopy
wrestles the lawn chair. I totally forgot about that.
Snoopy's huge in Japan for some reason. Like the
bigger than he is here.
They just love Snoopy. I don't know.
Yeah,
bigger than here. I mean, how many times do you see anyone wearing anything with Snoopy on it? Maybe
I know.
Maybe 30 years ago or something.
But wait, let me ask you this. Do you think young people, when you see certain young people wearing things that are branded, especially if it's retro stuff, that they even know what they're wearing? Or do you think they just got it because it looks cute or fun or whatever?
I don't know.
There was a student of mine who had a cool Tom and Jerry hoodie. And I'm like, oh, are you
Tom and Jerry?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, are you a big fan of that? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay.
Wait, there's a Tom and Jerry movie coming out.
Dude, there's a bunch of Tom and Jerry stuff.
I don't get
They
it.
did a movie. They did a movie with Johnny Quest.
I don't get it. Like, no kids know who Tom and Jerry is. And I don't know. I like Tom and Jerry, but I'm not like excited to go see a movie about them because it probably won't be the same.
Well, either that or it is too much the same because you're like, okay, you're chasing after them.
So, I mean, they're probably going to talk. They'd be like bringing the Pink Panther cartoon back and having them talk. That's not right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, you shouldn't do that. Should not do that. A chaise lounge.
A chaise lounge.
Oh.
Snoopy versus Hello Kitty.
That's great. That's great.
Popcorn, toast, and jelly beans.
I love jelly beans. Do you like jelly beans?
They're okay. I never eat them, but they're okay. Yeah. We went to Wisconsin. We stopped by the Jelly Belly factory for a little tour. We got some, and I mean they're good. But I've never sat there and said to myself, "Man, I wish I had some jelly beans right now."
Yeah, I don't know that it ever comes up. You know, if I'm thinking if it ever comes up, black. There you go. That's it, Brian. Right there. A whole bag of black jelly beans. And you know what I found out a few years back that I like to drink after I eat those is milk. A nice ice cold glass of milk after eating black jelly beans.
Huh. Interesting.
It's interesting and probably gross to millions of people, but I don't know. It was one of those things. It's kind of like when I found out that I like the flavor, the piquant after effect of a banana when you're drinking your coffee. You know, eat a piece of banana and then not chase it with your coffee, but follow it with your coffee. I like that.
And it says my 13-year-old likes MTV hoodies, doesn't know what the M stands for.
Right. See, there you go. That's my point right there. I'm just like, what happens? How do you, so like if I wore this and somebody's like, oh, cool, Thundercats. I'm like, what? Thundercats. Why do you say that? That's what's on your shirt. What? That's what this is? It's the equivalent. And I'd be like, why the hell would I wear something? I mean, I think this is bitching. That's why I have it. I like Thundercats too, but I think this logo is bitching. So of course I would wear it, but it would be kind of strange if I didn't know what Thundercats were.
Brian F had a candy shop in his mall that had black licorice soft serve ice cream cones. Never heard of that. Black licorice ice cream?
I don't know if I could do that. It's kind of like it'd be like peanut butter ice cream. I don't know if that appeals to me either. Peanut butter fudge, but not ice cream. It's just like, okay, seems like too much. Too much. There's a Thanksgiving-centric movie called Les Bombes. Les Bombes by something about Mary Exact. Oh, interesting. It's piqued his interest.
Remember the center stalls that had big jars of candy? Center stalls.
Center stalls?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're talking about in the candy stores that had those huge cylinders of candy?
Because all I think of when I hear center stalls is not the toilet to the left or the right, but the one center stall. I took a piss in the center stall, and there was licorice there.
Tiger Stripe ice cream was black licorice. Well, it was good. Oh.
Interesting. I think I remember that, but I'm not going to tell you that I thought it was a good idea.
Stuart, have you seen the Thundercats blooper reel on YouTube?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. That's like 2 decades old. It is. I mean, it's hilarious. Have you heard it, Jeff?
No, I have
Oh my
not.
God. Oh, it's hilarious because they came up with these either gadgets or the things that they used. And one of the bloopers is the guy trying to get it right. And they cuss in there. They're just like, and they have snarf. And then he's like, shut the fuck up. It's hilarious.
You ever see
That's
that
great stuff.
that blooper of Porky Pig when he was hammering and he hit his thumb?
Yeah. And the son of a gun.
He's stuttering like he's going to say "son of a bitch," and then he says "son of a gun."
I thought I was going to say son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
That was well done.
That was well done. That's like the Ghost of Christmas Present on the Scrooge McDuck Christmas Carol. And he's like, with nuts. So what do we have here?
What is that? What's Lane saying?
Samoflange.
What is that?
I know of a Samoflange. Yeah, that's one of the things in the Thundercats. That's a Samoflange.
Okay.
And he's like, what the hell is a Samoflange? Billy Vera, yeah, Peanut Butter, called Peanut Butter, was going to be the strong single. Somehow at last minute became Family Ties hit song B-side. Wow.
Yeah, wasn't that during the time when Family Tie when Alex was dating Courtney Cox? Whatever her.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Was that when they were playing that song, or was that when his next girlfriend that ended up being his wife in real life?
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
I can't remember which one that was.
They both have kind of similar eyes. That's interesting. Billy Vera and the Beaters, right? Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that's the name of the band that had that
yeah,
Family Ties song.
Yeah.
There's a show you don't see ever.
No, streaming or anything, you mean?
Was it ever even in syndication? I don't remember ever seeing it.
I think it was, but my question is, why isn't it streaming, or is it? I don't know. It says on Vudu or Amazon or CBS. I don't know.
Oh yeah, his At This Moment, Tracy Pollan. Okay, so that was with his soon-to-be wife.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what year it started?
Family Ties? It was like 83 or so? 82, 83?
So close. 82, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show when it was on, but I'm guessing that show doesn't age well.
Yeah. What happened to this? Brian Bonsall. He played the little brother.
Yeah, that's when you knew the show was doomed. When they added
like they get a little brother or a dog, one of the two.
Let's get a kid in.
Now he's an American rock musician.
I think he spent time in jail, hasn't he?
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
J.D. Doug, Justine Bateman.
Wow. He was born in Torrance, California.
Who's that?
This Bonsall, Brian Bonsall.
Oh, Pete's not sure. He just said that's the name of the song, and he was naming which girlfriend, but he's not sure if that song was when she was on there.
He was in a horror film called Mikey. He played Patrick Swayze's son in Fatherhood in '94.
You ever see Justine Bateman on Saturday Night Live? I think this was when she was still on Family Ties.
I think so.
Oh, it was great. They did a skit where she was playing Mallory, and they had different cast members playing Michael J. Fox or Alex and the mom and dad and
yeah, isn't that the one where he's like where he started pulling the "What am I, a clown to you"?
I don't remember.
Was that
was David Spade? Was that who it was? Who was Alex B. Keaton? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I just remember that the youngest daughter. I can't think of the name.
Yeah.
Tina Yost, I think is her real name. I can't remember.
Yeah, Tina Yost. Yeah.
I remember
you got it.
Name was on the show, but they it's really made fun of her because during a skit she'd just have like one line here or there. It was always like the same thing. I was like, man, she really had no part in that show at all.
Yeah. It's not as bad as some. But what is that? Torrance is the next city over for me. Huh. Interesting.
Got Lance Jennings, and he's in television land right there.
Oh,
Tina Yothers. What did I say? Tina
Yost.
Oh, yeah, Yothers.
Yeah, Yothers. Yeah.
Thanks for being there, Pete. I'd hate this to go viral. I'd be so embarrassed. What was her name on the show, Pete? Mallory, Alex. Oh, God, what the hell was her name?
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah. And then there was the kid. Yeah, it's always just too bad when they throw things in and they don't keep them. Like I've mentioned it before with King of Queens, when they put a dog in and like 3 episodes later, the dog's just gone. No dog. Didn't work out. Oh, look at that. Mikey is a great little flick on Blu-ray. Interesting. Let's see what it's about.
Let's see what this is. Everyone get your credit cards ready. Mikey on Blu-ray.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I must have gotten away from.
I've got Michael J. Fox Life with Mikey.
Life with Mikey, right?
It's also part of a double feature too, fatherhood and.
Oh, there you go, fatherhood. Oh, there you go, Mikey on Blu-ray for $23.
I don't see it.
I put in Bonsall as well.
Or if it's streaming somewhere.
Let's see if I click on it, if it gives me that as an idea. Prime Video, you got to pay for it.
Oh,
so it's not doing that. Wow, this kid does not look nice. There's the director's name is Dennis Dempster Dank.
Triple D.
Triple D. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, Split Second with Rutger Hauer and Blood Fight and Iron Heart. Bolo double feature.
Wow. This cover for Mikey Collector's Edition Blu-ray is so different looking. It doesn't look like a Blu-ray at all.
No. The Rewind collection.
I'm looking at him and he looks, I guess he did this during Family Ties? Or was it right before? He doesn't look very old at all.
No, it doesn't. I'd say right before. Remember Jason and Freddie were kids once too. Ew.
JD, I don't know where you're going with this.
Yikes. What's he saying?
Tina Yothers versus Tina Louise.
This is Tina Louise.
Okay. That doesn't even need to be answered.
That doesn't even have a question mark.
Oh, Lance, that was quite the lineup there, was it? And of course, that was
Yeah.
before DVRs or anything. So, man, Thursday nights, you were ready. You had everything done by 7 o'clock. You just rolled right through 9 o'clock.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. What is this?
We're talking about that in the chat. Remember about different stuff. Like, it's so different now. Like, if you're watching a movie or you're watching a TV show, if you have to go to the bathroom, it's like you're trying to wait for a commercial break or something, and you fly over there and get back as quick as possible. Or your phone rings. Back then, no caller ID. Who is it? Is something important? Do I really want to get up and stop watching my show to answer?
Right.
Now you just look at your phone. You're like, no.
Yeah, right. Still, one of my favorites is when my friend went to go see Seinfeld live, and she saw me at church. I think sometime after, she goes, you know how terrible I am at remembering jokes, but she goes, I remembered this one to tell you. She's like talking about Seinfeld, talking about phones, and he goes, yeah, with the old phone, what's going on with that now? I mean, it used to be like, oh, the hell with you, wham, and now it's like, oh, the hell with you.
I was talking to my son about that. I said, you'll never know the joy of slamming a phone down when you're just so pissed off at somebody.
Yeah.
Boom. Great. Now you don't dare. No, do not slam this down.
No.
All right,
it's also dainty now.
Papa Pete, Tina Yothers versus Tina Turner.
Well,
these are going.
There's still quick. just no contest there.
So, Mikey's on Tubi. Is that the one you mean, Ed?
Really, huh?
God, there's so much stuff on Tubi.
I know. I just pulled up a couple of things the other day. Teen Wolf, yes. Secret of My Success, yes. Casualties of War, never saw it. Split Second had Rutger Hauer and Kim Cattrall. Wow. I was just talking about Big Trouble in Little China. She's in that. Tina Fey versus Tina Turner. That's apples and oranges there. That's kind of a toughie because I think Tina Fey is really good looking.
CC Mental thinks we Jumo'd the shark.
We what?
Jumo'd the shark.
Jumo'd the shark.
Wait, when did we jump the shark?
Yeah, what was that? What's that?
We've done with the candy corn peeps, but we're on a roll now.
Yeah. Jeez whiz. Oh, hey, this would be a good time for me to do this. So everybody knows what a big fan I am of Wayward Sons from the UK.
Stuart, I'll be right back.
So, okay. So I put my order in recently for the brand new album, Even Up the Score. So you can get out there and you can still pick it up. I think it's an eyesore. You just go to the Wayward Sons UK website, and their merch store will take you straight to the. I got to be careful when I'm cutting this because there's something in here that I'll show you that's really cool. And because of my Wayward family over in the UK, I have all of what I'm going to show you now because I had to do this. Yeah, look at that. There's info on the outside right there. Whoa, hello. Stuff falling out. So look at that. Even Up the Score. It's a card. So I got this, and it says the new album came out. Scan the code to order the album and receive a free download of 2 previously unreleased live tracks. Wow. So yeah, here it is. Eyesore Music. So that's who's distributing their stuff. And I'm excited to be a regular listener of this new album.
Stuart, I gotta tell you, if this is a cassette, this would be just perfect.
Wouldn't it though? I'd be like, son of a. Oh, look at this. They added a little something to this one. So this one has an outer cardboard piece, a sleeve, if you will.
Here you go.
Look at that. So as I said, more artwork from
You gotta
Stuart
bring 'em.
Billy.
Here you go.
There. What is going on there?
It's Perry's Halloween costume. We are dog sitting, and this is Hugo.
Hey, let him get in your lap.
Oh,
Hugo.
he doesn't want to get in my lap.
Yeah, see.
Oh, look, Hugo, you're on the internet.
Where is
Oh, he's
Perry?
Hugo.
Doing good, Blake, by the way. Doing good.
Ooh.
Doing
Not
good.
sure.
So there you go. Even up the score. Cannot wait to check this out some more.
Oh, you got to see.
Even up the score. Big day. Sign of the times. Bloody typical. Faith and Fools. Fake. Fake is the song, Jeff. If you want to check out Fake, it's the one where I messaged Toby right after I listened to it, and I said, I love the ode to the banana splits at the end of that song. And he wrote, all he wrote me back was exactly. Downfall, tip of my tongue, looking for a reason, land of the, what is that? Oh, I can't read it. They know this party's over. Land of the, what does that say? Oh, that's what it is. Look at that. Autographed.
Put him down. I'll go.
No, wait. Perry's coming in. I got to. They're not on the best.
Perry.
Oh, you all right? Oh, jeez. Oh, Perry. Ah, there's Perry.
There's Perry. What's up, Perry?
What's up, Perry? Look, Perry.
Just licking the air. I had to go and see my daughter today, so I got almost bowled over by
All right,
her
go.
golden.
Let me go.
She's like, I don't think you want to go.
Where's the cat?
Hey, kitty, come here, buddy.
One more quarter.
Kitty,
How's it going?
kitty, come here. Oh, and then my dog comes running because she's jealous. You want to come up and say hi? You got to get up. You got here. You got to get up. You got to get up here. Come here. Hup. Come on. Hup. Up. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's dog time. Here, you got to say hi.
Oh, Perry's definitely smarter than Coco.
All my dogs are nervous when they get picked up.
They don't trust
Oh,
you.
and then you unplugged everything. That's why I can't. I'm looking at you, Jeff, and I'm like, I can't hear you saying anything. There, that's better.
Said you're making them nervous.
Yeah, I know. She's always like that. Yeah. Columbia House cassettes are making a comeback, Lance. That's that. Remember there was that power pop band that I bought recently, and the gentleman down at the record space. Look at that kitty! It's a kitten.
This is Bongo.
Bongo.
And I don't think he's gonna let me. Let's see. He's holding on tight. I don't know if you can see his eyes, but his eyes are actually slightly different size,
Oh my gosh.
which kind of looks like, the little bongo set. We got one bigger and one smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Bongo, look, another cat. He's inside the
Look
screen.
at that.
Look, you see him? You see him?
See, there you go.
Look. See the cat?
Oh man, that like cat time.
Coco
So,
makes
somebody
turds
just-
bigger than Bongo.
Wow, that's a gauntlet thrown if I've ever heard one.
Pete, you name the turds. That's what I want to know.
Mmm.
They're that big. It's like part of the
Just
family.
don't feed them. Don't feed them after midnight. Hey Jeff, do you ever? And this is something we'll ask the millions of viewers out there too. I mean, do you ever get cereal for desserts? I mean, do you have a?
Not on purpose, but I have had like we've had some kind of chocolate cereal, and there's it's after dinner sometime. And I'm like, I wish I had something sweet to eat. It's like, well, I do have
Yes.
that, and I've eaten it,
Yes.
but I've never bought it saying I'm going to eat this for a dessert.
I kind of do, because that's the only way that I'm going to buy it. Because I don't really need to eat that stuff for breakfast. It doesn't do me much good for breakfast. So pretty much anytime I get it now, I just get it. Oh, that's awesome. So when I interviewed Toby, he said, we'll do one more like this where we do the graphic novel and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you get out there and you order it, you get the CD with the autographed outer sleeve. You also get a print of the album cover that's autographed. And you get the new graphic novel, but the new graphic novel is not only the new novel, but it's also it's all three of them collected
Ooh.
in this really nice book.
Very nice.
Yeah. So the first
How many
album was
pages
all
is
about.
that? How many pages is that graphic novel?
I mean, look at that. It's thick. It's like a regular graphic novel size.
Man, they had to cost quite a bit to make that thing.
Well, yeah, I would think. I don't. There's no page numbers on it. So this is kind of this third edition deals with the first two, and it culminates. The first album, the videos all dealt with zombies. It was the band running from zombies and dealing with all that. Second album was very politically run with clowns and stuff like that. And now this one, all of that comes together. So, which I thought was brilliant when they put it out like that. And then they had the second album and it was a comic book style look. And Stuart Dilley, this artwork is amazing. His stuff is killer. I've had cereal for dessert, JD says. When we don't have anything else sweet. Yeah, that's like the other day when I went to Schnucks and they had the chocolate frosted flakes with marshmallows because it was branded by with the Addams Family movie. And so because they did a 3D animated Addams Family movie, is that right?
The one that's out now?
Yeah, is that what that is?
Oh, I didn't know it was 3D. I have no idea.
Yeah,
one where they're in an RV. Is that the one? Aren't they in an RV? Is that the storyline?
I'll say yes, but it's got that on it and stuff. So, hey, another great movie too is $15 right now on Amazon on Blu-ray is Buried Alive. That's a good one. They have Trilogy of Terror on Blu-ray for $17. Interesting. But yeah, the Buried Alive is Tim Matheson and let's see, Hoyt Axton's in it. Jennifer Jason Leigh and William Atherton. He plays the asshole in Ghostbusters and Die Hard.
Remember Hoyt Axton on WKRP?
Yes, he
That was
played the
great.
guy that was coming to get Jennifer.
Yeah, he's going to
Her
marry
old-
Jennifer. And
Yeah,
he played a couple of his
Yeah.
songs, and they ended up recording them for him. And
and they had to, she was acting like Johnny was her husband.
yes, Johnny was very happy that episode.
He was very happy that episode. Very happy. Cereal toppings with ice cream actually sounds good. Parental folks might find it nasty, but why would they care? Oh, that's classic. Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to say they put shredded wheat on top of their ice cream.
Shredded wheat. Wheat.
Now, right here, this is my all-time favorite line from a movie.
Yeah. There it is.
Because it caught me
that's-
so off guard, and it took me a second, and then I just burst out laughing because I was like, oh, that's just beautiful.
And now you laugh beforehand,
Oh,
knowing it's
so
coming.
funny. Such
is
a great
great.
line.
It is a great line. It's just, I don't know. I'm not trying to say that I'm the wittiest person, but it just sounds like something I would say. Or you wish you would say. You're like, oh, I wish I'd have said something like that yesterday when that
Yes.
person said that,
So, Stuart, what do you think of the new Ghostbusters movie from the trailers? What do you think of it? Have you seen the trailers?
I don't watch trailers. I've never watched Rise of Skywalker, and I still plan never to. However, we do have that contingency plan, the Mystery Science Theater with Papa Pete. So, I just opened up an owie.
We can.
So
So did I.
I didn't.
The cat scratched me right here, and I pulled the skin up a little bit, and I've been picking it. Oh, look at that. That's way worse than mine.
Yeah, there is that what it is?
Yeah, it's really bleeding.
Well, I didn't tell you what happened, right? This will be retold on Hammer Away as well. But I went to the Angel show, and Christine was working, so she couldn't come right away, even though I purchased 2 meet and greet VIP passes for us. So then I get over there, and they have Punky Meadows, the guitar player. They have his solo album there on vinyl for $25. I looked it up on Amazon. It was $32 on Amazon. Papa Pete. And so Christine showed up then. Hey, Pete.
Hey. Thought that was
So-
a good time to pop on when you were talking about the viewing thing, but finish your story.
Oh, okay. So Christine walks in, and I'd already purchased a T-shirt. Here's a really nice thing. How about this? This is a beautiful thing when you meet up with some people of like mind. And I met this gentleman standing in line waiting to do the meet and greet. Name is John. He's from Cape Girardeau, and he's got a book company. And so we get to talking, and we hang out at the meet and greet. During the meet and greet and stuff, we're talking about stuff. We both brought the same record, was one of the things we brought. And then we walk out in the lobby because they're like, you got to go, until the show and then come back. So we walk out in the lobby. We're by the merch table. I pick out a T-shirt finally. I go, I got to get it. She goes, we only take cash. And I'm like, really? So I look at my wallet. I go, well, I do have a 20, but I'm $5 short. And so this gentleman goes, John, he goes, how much do you need? And he gets out he gives me $5.
And Stuart says $30.
I'm like, 30. I know. I just go, I'll take one of those and just one of those. And so, so he helps me do it. And then we just go across the way to a bar where I used to play like every month for years. And I just bought him a beer over there. But then Christine shows up and she looks at the Punky Meadows vinyl and she goes, did you get that? I go, no, I wasn't gonna. She goes, you should get it. I'm like, all right, but I don't have cash. Do you have cash? And she goes, well, I have this much. I go, well, yeah, because they only take cash. So there's an ATM down the street. So I step out. I see it's not that far. I jog on down, even with the gas station area, and I check the traffic. I find a spot where I can go, and it's Main Street, right? So it's not like people are flying down there doing 45 or 50 miles an hour. It's, 30 miles an hour, whatever. So I find a moment, and I shoot across, and I must have turned my leg to the side a skosh to check traffic and my knee just gave out. And I went down right in the middle of the lane. And I'm like, there's a car coming. I'm like, this might be it. I'll be in the hospital at least. And when I looked up, I'm like, oh, it's not that close. But man, yeah, I jammed up my elbow and I got up. I made it fine, but I'm just like, good Lord. It didn't hurt. It just gave out. And I just whoop. Down I went. Yeah.
Scary when that stuff starts to happen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We're there.
Yeah.
We're there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just watching a Frasier. I'm in season 8. Almost done. I'm almost to season 9.
It's 11.
What about you? You've already seen it all again, right, Pete?
I have. I'm gonna say I'm late season 6, I think, right now, but there's 11 seasons, so
correct. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got 50 shows left at least. So
yeah.
I'm still on episode 2.
Well, that's good. You made progress because it was 1 the month and a half ago when we asked.
Hey, I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns, Jeff, and staying below the 3 episode mark.
Okay. I had to pop on like just about the trailer part because you said I never watch trailers and
well, now let me just put a, everybody's like, including myself, I'm like, there are no absolutes. It's not that I never watch trailers, but if it's something that I know I want to go see, I don't watch the trailer.
Fair enough. I'll tell you this. I've never seen a good movie that the trailer was a spoiler. I've seen a lot of crappy movies where trailers were the spoiler because there wasn't enough substance to make the trailer, let alone the movie. But so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm like a visual learner, and I have do you guys know what this memory is called when you, like, I can recall if Chris and I have a disagreement about something, or somebody and I have a disagreement about something, about how it went down, this is what happened. They'll be like, well, blah, I said blah, blah, blah. And you're like, whoop, 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 whoop. Let's stop right there. You did not say that. This is what you said. And this is what I said. And there's a certain kind of memory that they call that, where you can, it's not chronological memory, but it's something where you remember how it happened. I can see that scene and know what was said and how it was said. And so I'm a visual learner in that way. So if I see it, I start putting it together later. And I'm like, well, shit. I already know what's happening here. Which is why I don't mind hearing it, because somebody can tell me something and in one ear and out the other. So I don't mind listening. I don't mind if I don't hold my ears and close my eyes. But when it's trailer time, man, I kick my move. I just did it the other day. We went to go see we went and saw Eternals. And at the beginning, because it's ridiculous to me how many trailers they show. I'm like, look, I paid for this movie. Can I just get into the movie? I don't need 25 minutes of trailers.
That's what I went to see James Bond. It was like 8 trailers. Like, yes. They were all terrible too.
Yeah.
I love trailers. I watch the shows. Like, there's a lot of shows on TV where just show the trailers from older movies, not new movies necessarily, but old movies. I love those shows, the trailers. Trailers are like an art form in and of themselves. I've seen
I've
seen fantastic ones.
Yeah,
And
you're
I enjoy-
absolutely right.
Yeah, and I've
The
seen a
really
lot of
old
old
movies.
movies that I've never seen on the movie, but I see this trailer for a movie that was out like 5 years ago. I didn't see it. Now I want to see it.
Yeah, some of those old trailers are really good because sometimes they may even use footage that wasn't necessarily in the movie, which is kind of cool
Yeah,
because you get a sense of what the movie is, but you're never going to see that again. Pete, I'll tell you a movie I thought that was really good that I thought the trailer spoiled it was I've mentioned this before, Arthur, back in like 1980 or so.
Oh yeah, okay.
On the trailer, they had like all the funniest stuff was in that trailer. So when I was watching the movie, I was like,
Some of the jokes, absolutely, you are correct
I
there.
already
Yeah.
heard this joke, and
But there were
I don't-
other jokes. Some of the funnier jokes were in that trailer. That's absolutely true. But there are also things in the movie that weren't in the trailer that were very funny as well. Whereas the one that always gets me is the movie Throw Mama from the Train, which had Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal. And he slams him with a frying pan. You lied to me. This is your cousin. You don't have a cousin. And wham. And that was the only funny part in the friggin' movie, and they showed it in the trailer. And the movie sucked, right? So that's always the one that I think about the most when I think about a trailer spoiling a movie. But the bottom line was this: they had to find something to put in the trailer to draw people to the movie. Trouble is
Right.
that was it.
Right.
So
Well, Jeff mentioned something where they, where they have something in the movie or in the trailer that's not in the movie. I always think of two movies. One of them is old, very old, and one of them is newer.
okay.
Which is Hocus Pocus is one,
Okay.
and the other one is Snow White. Snow White, historically, when they showed a trailer at the theater for it, it showed scenes from the soup scene, which got cut from the film.
that's
Yeah.
And in Hocus Pocus, they had the scene where Kathy Najimy, they go to a grocery store, and Kathy Najimy has the liquid sugar, and she's just squirting it in her mouth, and that didn't make the movie. And I know there's other things out there too, but
that new Three Stooges movie had a clip in it in the trailer that was not in the movie.
wait a minute, what?
The Three Stooges movie, there was a clip in the trailer that was not in the movie.
Oh, there. So it's the same thing. There you go.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Mega Force trailer was excellent. If you ever had a chance to see the trailer,
It's better than the movie.
it's almost as good as the movie. I mean, the movie's the epitome of entertainment, but
So epitome.
I like when there's three of us and I put a banner up, you can see like half of our faces.
I want to register a complaint though, because those pictures are not supposed to be smiling.
I had a rough time
Sorry.
finding a picture of Stuart where he was just dead on like that.
I'll have to send you one.
They were all
I'll do
smiley
one.
pictures, so yeah, I had no choice.
I'm a happy guy. Here's my other thing about trailers is a lot of times I will, because on certain movies, like any of the Marvel movies, I don't watch the trailers. And when I remember definitely saying I'm not watching them was back when that first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire came out. And I was so excited at the end of the movie. I was like, oh man, that's so awesome. What'd you think? And I'm looking at my friend Brad and I'm like, don't you think, was that cool? And he goes, yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm like, whoa, what? And he goes, I guess I just saw too many of the trailers already. And I was like, ugh. I'm like, I so wanted my cohort in the Marvel movies to be excited when we walked out. And he was like, just not that excited. But what I do like doing though with these Marvel movies is that's when I like to, after I see the movie, then if it comes on television or when I buy the DVD, I look at the trailer and I go, I wonder what they would have shown me. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm glad I didn't watch the trailer.
Yeah.
You know,
But sometimes the scene that when you after you've watched the movie and you watch the trailer, you see that 3-second clip, but in your mind you see the half hour around it. That if you just saw the 3-second clip, you wouldn't be able to put the context to it.
yeah, but I still, it's like when Jeff remembers this. Well, Jeff, I think that the sales guy's name was Jeff, right? At the Journal.
Yeah, there was a guy there named Jeff.
Yeah. So he comes walking over to me and Lorena at our desk, and he goes, "Oh man, I just saw that Silence of the Lambs movie." And I'm like, "Well, shush. I don't want to know about it." And he goes, "Oh, this won't give anything away." So
Famous last words.
the guy's like, he's like in a cell, and then like a cop comes in there and he cuts his face off, and that's how he escapes. He cut his face off and he puts it on his. Well, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty wicked weird. But so I'm getting that. My heart is racing, literally racing during that movie. We went and saw it. When we were up in Wisconsin, when we were on a vacation with the family. Christine and I broke away and we went and saw it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart's racing. And I go, ah, oh, damn it. Yeah, he cut the guy's face off. That's not him. That's this. The other guy's dead. It's So I'm like, out the window. He completely stole my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it in 20 years.
If you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah.
I saw Black Widow over the weekend.
How'd you like it?
What'd you think?
Oh, it was pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
I did not.
I really liked the sister, Black Widow's sister. I thought she was really good actress. I thought she was hilarious. I thought she was a really good comedic actress. Her timing was perfect.
And you know who else is like that? Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building. She has that same timing, something in her voice. That's the way that gal was too. I did like her. I did like her. I didn't hate the film. We own the film, but when I watched it, I'm like, really? This is what this was? Like the spoiler alert, people. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know.
A lot of people may not have seen Black Widow yet, too. So
who hasn't?
Oh, probably a lot of that's not an old movie. I've
no,
seen
but both of you have.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't want to, there's the escape. I'm just going to put it this way. The escape scene. Stupid. That's all I got to say.
Well, I got to say, you got to have a little bit of, you got to pull away from reality. A lot of escape scenes.
Well, no, it's got nothing to do with the reality. It's got everything to do with a plan. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, even freaking Lex Luthor knew to show up with a freaking hot air balloon in the middle of the night. You don't show up with in the middle of the day when all the guards are out and everybody's out. What are you doing? I mean, of course they got guns. They're going to shoot. I don't know what that was. That was just ridiculous. As that scene kept progressing, I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous.
I might have done this a little differently.
Yeah, I'd have.
Yeah, but
it
is what it is.
And I just, it's Schwarzenegger in Is that you telling me to cut? It's Schwarzenegger in the middle of Commando when he's got 10 million bullets coming at him and nothing hits. One guy against.
Well, I don't know. Pretty much every movie I've ever seen where someone's shooting at somebody, they either like shoot at their feet. I'm like, if you're shooting at the ground, why don't you just move the gun up a little bit and then the guy's dead? You got
Let's move the gun up a little bit.
Well, I mean, how many movies where the star?
Hey, Pete, I'm telling you, if you just aim up a little bit, the guy's dead.
It's always just miss them, like 20 shots and then miss them. Like, could you just film it differently? Like, I don't know. Think of something better than that. That's just kind of lazy, I think.
It's like a million Pulp Fiction moments all in one movie.
Commando, that was like 86 or so, wasn't it? Was that the one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I saw that in the theater.
I think we've gone through that in my VHS box. Have we, Stu? I was in a big kick where I bought all the, after Mama C and I were together in the early 90s, I bought all the Schwarzenegger movies I could on VHS.
Oh my God.
That was my kick. I really like this movie because I love them. Commando, Predator, Raw Deal. Raw Deal's a movie I really enjoyed. I couldn't even tell you about it much now, but
I think I have that on Blu-ray or on DVD over there. I've got it. I think it's coupled with something else.
Obviously, Terminator movies, stuff like that.
Eraser. I really liked Eraser.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. That's one of those later ones, right?
Yeah, with Vanessa Williams.
90s for Pete's sakes.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams. I think I had that on. I think I have that on Laserdisc.
I love Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, both of them. I love them.
Lot on your knife.
My wife brings up a point. This was a real life thing. She had a brother Cecil. He was a big guy. You remember him?
He was a big guy,
big round guy.
He was a big guy.
He was playing paintball, and he got tired. He was a huge guy, and so he was sleeping on the side up against his tree. And the other team came up, and he heard him. And so they were one of the guys was pointing right at him. Actually, it was his cousin. And Cecil got on his side, and he started like this kind of spinning back and forth. And his cousin was telling us a story. He goes, I couldn't hit him. He was right there, and I kept shooting, but he kept going around, and I couldn't hit the guy. It was just so funny because I'm thinking he's huge. How can you miss him?
How do you miss that?
But see, there you go. I guess maybe it's more realistic than you think.
Well, he had moves like Chris.
He moves like Mick Jagger.
Moves like Mick Jagger.
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh man. Shoot. Oh yeah, True Lies. Kindergarten Cop.
True Lies.
I like Kindergarten Cop.
It's not a tumor.
It's not the Duma.
It's not a tumor.
Of course, I always use that when somebody goes, "Oh, that's the rumor." It's not the rumor. Just like when you go, I got to take out the trash. So
that's almost sacrilegious, though.
Twins, sacrilegious. You watch Rise of Skywalker. You sent me Rise of Skywalker. You talk about sacrilege. Well, evidently you know what it is. So
I do.
I do.
Every movie that I hate, I've watched.
Well, yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Well, yeah, you hate Rise of Skywalker. You never watched it. You hypocrite. But
just
I popped on. Actually, you started talking about the and I really hope it does work out next summer that we get to do that.
Yeah,
really
totally.
Do. Yeah,
totally.
It will be hilarious. So that's
it. Will
we'll have a lot of fun doing it. I'll tell you that.
We
I
will.
hope that we can do some way to stream it. I've seen a lot of people doing these viewing parties or watch parties on YouTube lately.
Yeah,
and I haven't really watched a lot, but it's sort of like. It's like, everybody come on, get the copy of the movie. The ones they've done, I've seen are Superman and Superman 2 and Superman 2 Donner Cut, right? And but I think they just put the camera on themselves, like us right now, and everybody's watching the movie. And the point is if you're going to watch the video, you start watching the movie too at the same time. And that would actually be kind of a neat idea, a way to do it. We should think about that and do something like that. We've talked about something like that before.
Yeah, so you have the recording of your reactions or a show of your reactions.
Yeah.
And the person can put that movie on and watch it.
Yeah,
like,
they do it
like
live.
if I'm watching
live stream, like the three of us sitting here right now on the screen, and all three of us are watching.
So do you have to have the sound all the way down on the movie so you don't get flagged?
I guess I gotta watch them more because it must be, or
You can
something.
use headphones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll take a look sometime, but that would be fun. So, where are you with the Star Wars movies, Jeff? I was wondering that too.
I started watching the first one, and it opened up with the credit, not the credits.
The Crawl.
the crawl,
Yeah.
and it
Right.
said, what was it? Episode 4, A New Hope.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not what it was on the original, was it?
No,
It couldn't have been. So I saw that, and I was like,
very, very early on, it was.
so I saw it, and I was like, what is this aggravating? I was like, why don't they just show the movie? Why do I have to? And so I turned it off. I'll watch it at some point, but I was just kind of pissy mood. I'm
The
like,
Crawl was always there because the Crawl.
Yeah,
the
the
Crawl
crawl, but the very
but
top of it was,
it
New
didn't
Hope.
always
or whatever.
say Episode 4, A New Hope. No,
So I saw
That's
it,
an
I'm like,
interesting. Thanks for bringing that up, because I own. Pete and I have had this big discussion about, do I own the originals? Who has do you have those? And I do.
Mhm.
So I'd be interested to check that out, because I have the laser discs as well of the originals.
I think I've told you the story. I don't think Laserdisc is going to have A New Hope, and I got my tapes in there, which are old. They're probably, I believe they're the original version, but I do believe they will say A New Hope.
Okay.
It's the very first one that I saw was in about 1980. I was 14, so about 82. VCRs were great big massive things, which were $1,100 in 1982. So what the hell's that now? About $4,000.
Right.
You put the tape in, and it was like a big cassette. Push the button down.
Yes.
And I went to a hunter's safety course so I could have my hunting license at 14. And my brother-in-law, before I went, had called me from over in the States and said, "You're coming over afterwards. And stay the night here, and Wanda will take you to school in the morning." Okay, I had no idea what was going on. That was when I went in, and he had been to Bangor and dubbed a copy of Star Wars. That was the second time in my life I'd ever seen Star Wars. 5 years after I went to the theater to see it, and I had already read the novel 12 times at that point, the entire novel. And I will swear to you that would have been from the very, very first ever created or commercially published videotape of Star Wars. I wish I still had that videotape that he dubbed, and I may be able to find it. It may be at my sister's. It may be. And that, if it ever existed, would definitely have a crawl without A New Hope.
That's interesting.
So, it is. I was like, that's always my sort of one of the things I remember, because people, like, I tell that to my son often. Of course, here he is, 22, huge into movies, works on television shows, and he's working on a movie right now type thing. And I tell him that, oh my God, every bit of media is at your fingertips. You want to watch a movie, you get you a movie. We shut you up by putting you in front of a DVD that we can play 6 weeks straight, right? Whereas when I was a kid, I went to the theater and saw this movie. Was just, you sat back and it mesmerized you, and it's all you could think about for months. And there was never a prospect to see it again at that time. And I went, and I remember being taken to the local bookstore, and I could buy by Alan Dean Foster, the novelization of the movie. And that was all you had to read. I read that book, like I say, literally 12 times until I finally saw the movie. And that's the story of when I got to finally see Star Wars the second time. But anyway, with the crawl, that would have been an original version, obviously. Wow. And now there's such a compilation of different versions of Star Wars. You and I have had this conversation and looked at them all the time. What is what? Which one came before what one? Well, there's a special edition that added these scenes. Then there's the other ones that added these scenes. And this DVD version come out that has this. This DVD version, which I think you have, is supposedly the original and another. But is it really the original, or was stuff added? And there's, I don't know that if you go online and start looking for versions of Star Wars, the original one, I don't think they have it. Nobody is 100% sure of what that timeline actually is.
Yeah.
Would you know the first one for sure if you watched it again?
If the crawl come on and did not have episode 4, A New Hope, you have the first one.
So didn't they? I thought they changed some of the special effects.
They did.
They did.
That was
Did they also
90.
change the crawl though at the same time?
I think they changed the crawl before.
At the same time?
I think they changed the crawl before.
Oh, okay.
No, been so many changes to Star Wars. It's unreal. Doesn't make it any worse. None of them make it any worse. I enjoy the special editions. I enjoy all this other stuff. I enjoy also going on YouTube and going back and watch the comparative videos. They're kind of neat.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. Very, very interesting stuff.
Yeah. And I see there's some Rogue One talk out there. Yeah, we definitely are all fans of that. That was a really good movie.
Pete, what was
Really
it called when you said people are like doing a video of watching a movie, but just showing them? Is it
A viewing party.
Viewing parties, yeah. Because you can do viewing parties on like Disney. Disney Plus can have viewing parties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we do one, we should do a Disney movie because they got that option.
And we all have Disney Plus, so yeah, for sure.
Yep.
There we go. And then
Well,
I mean, a lot of people do, so people watching they can do it. There, the guys from that one faction of Mystery Science Theater that split off. That's kind of what they did. What did they do? They made the recording of the audio, and then you would match it up with the movie because they were avoiding the rights of the movie to make it cheap.
Right.
So it's kind of a similar thing there.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, here's my thing though.
Yeah, script tracks. That's what it was, Lance.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure if I said
here's my thing though. I mean,
Crow would jump in.
if we streamed it that way, my point is being there with you to watch it.
Yeah.
To have the sour beer, to, be slightly whacked a little bit as we're watching the movie, because just,
that would be the best.
Jump through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what we do, we can do that again sometime. Like, I would say that if we play with this idea of doing a viewing party, we don't start with that. We see how it goes.
Right.
I'd love to do the Donner.
I'd love to do Megaforce.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome too. We all have Megaforce,
except me. But
wow,
I could go to Jeff's house and watch it.
There you go.
Now here's another one that I would love to do with you guys, and I think I'm gonna order it tonight. So damn us, go game go.
You go game go.
I'm gonna get Damnation Alley. I think I'm going to get that. I need to, because I just ordered it. But yeah, Damnation Alley was an interesting flick.
That way, welcome, Crow.
Not much. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that wasn't in the book. A lot of things in the book that were not in the movie. IPAs, Rise of Skywalker, and Amico. What could go wrong? It seems to me that Tommy sent me a photo of something Amico, and in the background there was a red Amico.
The GTO red?
Yeah, because he told me there was news coming soon on that. So. Because I sent him pictures from Angel, and he said that he didn't know of Angel. No. But then I was looking at some thing he sent me, and I was like, "What?" So, yeah. What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I was drinking the rest of Mama C's, which you went to bed, which was a DSN. Which originally was a Dark and Stormy Night, but Picaroons, Predator New Brunswick, they got copyright claim for Dark and Stormy Night by Goslings because they have the Dark and Stormy drink. So they changed. They received a cease and desist letter.
Jeez,
Judas Priest.
So they changed the name to Cease and Desist. But somebody beat them to that, and then sent a cease and desist letter to Picaroons to let them call it to tell them they couldn't use cease and desist.
Oh
So
my
they
God.
changed it to DSN, just DSN. And somebody had already done that and sent them a cease and desist letter not to call their cease and desist DSN.
Oh
So it's been off the market for about 8 months, and just recently they come out with they finally changed the name. It's the same damn beer, love it, and they just call it our dark wheat ale. And so far that's still out. But the trouble is, we went to our favorite pub tonight, had supper, and had a beer. And somebody come in. We'll get a couple of, because they didn't have any on tap tonight to bring home a growler. So there's a few cans. They sell cans there, like it's a little pub that you can buy the cans, take them home.
Yeah.
15 minutes before we were leaving, somebody walked in and bought the last 24 cans that they had in the bar.
Holy smokes.
But the guy, we know them quite well there, and he went and said, well, actually, but you know what? There's 4 bottles of the DSN that's still at the very back. It's kind of old, but there's still 4 bottles of it left. Well, actually, you'll never, ever see this beer again. That's what Mama C was drinking. So I couldn't let her go pour it out. I had to drink it.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a good story, isn't it?
Well, now, can I bring, which way did you, oh yeah, the Pickerins, there it
I'm
is.
drinking Swallowtail Ale.
Did you tell me I can bring something to Canada, but you can't bring it here?
No, you can bring in like 24 beer or something like that when you come in.
Okay.
It's supposed to be,
because what I would do,
I mean, you're used in sharing. It just can't,
okay. What I would like to do is bring one of my father-in-law's, he's passed, but I have some of his home brew from the 80s.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's still good?
Still good.
Wow.
Yeah. That's beefy stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So what does this say? I like the ideas presented by Intellivision, but I'm waiting till they come out with the console and see what some of my friends think about it. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's smart, especially if you're not sure if it's going to fit your lifestyle and your interest.
Oh.
That's an incredibly logical point of view.
It is.
Krillcast, I'll be doing a lot when I get it, and I know Papa Pete will be doing probably a lot of videos when he gets his.
Yeah.
We should get it at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Pete, you should have asked. You should have told him to name the beer Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
Papa Pete, the old guy. Although, what the blazes was it? I went in there for my birthday. They have one called Melonhead. It was just at the local bar in town. Like the Pickeroons have 4 or 5 bars all over the province. And we went in, and it was my birthday, and my youngest was working as a bartender there actually for the summer, just after college, before she went back. And I go in, and there's a sign. I got a picture of it somewhere. Papa Pete's favorite, Melonhead. So I had my own beer for at least for a day there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
chalkboards
classic.
up with everything on tap, the big chalkboards up over top. So. Papa Pete's beer of the day, Melonhead, which sort of is suitable, right?
We went to a place, a bar, well, I don't know, it's a restaurant, and they have multiple bars because this place is huge. Jeff, have you ever been to McGurk's?
Yeah.
I never had. Everybody I talked to's been there.
Yeah, it's a really popular place.
It is, and I never been there. So a woman that does some work in my school has a husband who is in an Irish band. And she told me recently that they're going to be playing there on Friday night. So I said, well, I think we'll go down there. So I texted my niece who lives right by there. She's walking distance from it. And I said, so are we looking forward to going and doing this on Friday night? She goes, I'll be working there Friday night. I'm like, perfect. So update on Cloudy Mountain and Night Stalker. Yeah.
Definitely.
Mentioned some Michigan locations.
I'd like to see that. I really would.
You talking about McGurk's Krillcast?
No. Talking about having were they talking about showcasing the systems or what? Michigan locations.
There's not been Michigan locations showcasing the systems, though. If that's what you're talking about, there's been the one in Easton, Pennsylvania, one in California that
Miko stuff.
JD was just talking about, one in Utah they just recently had, and then there's one in Boston very, very soon in the eastern Massachusetts area.
Review Tech and Mad Little Pixel get gifted review consoles because with trolls.
Yeah.
That would be a couple of weird channels to give stuff out when they don't seem to really have any interest in it.
No, they. I do not. I don't think that will happen. Hopefully not.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
There's much bigger channels they can send them out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I think Crowcast was talking about McGurk's. He may have misheard there. No, this is in.
Oh, that might have been. Yeah, that might have been it. But yeah, Pete, that would be someplace if you make it into town sometime. We should go there. They have really good food. They have multiple bars throughout, and the place is just huge. I mean, to get to where my niece was working outside, I mean, we had to,
we're still thinking of next summer. So God willing, it's all this, right? Because it's,
Yep.
JD, yeah, I am. I'm thinking about it seriously. Matter of fact, I've been in a little discussion a while back, but unfortunately, we're just not there yet. We're just not there yet for me. Could I go? Yes. Is it easy for me to go? Well, it's never really easy, but is it as free as it used to be? Like at one time, it was just a matter of being able to put the hours in to do it, and now there's a little bit more to it than that. So I don't know. I'd say there's only about a 5% chance that I will get there right now.
And when is that
happening? Well, I don't even know if it's been officially announced. The time that I was told is very close.
Okay. And that is
in the Boston area.
Is that an Amico thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
JD, you should go if you get the chance. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
My daughter just went to Boston and she loved it. She was like,
it's still not. It's just a matter of me taking 7 hours to drive there. I have other things that I would need to do before to come back.
And
that's the issue. It's not the drive. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I find out any information on when that is or whatever. I don't see anything.
No.
I don't see anything.
If it's when I was originally told, there would almost have to be information out about it already. And there's not. So
well, I wouldn't mind trying to make it. Originally headed to Boston for Thanksgiving. Oh, that fell through. Yeah, because I'd love to go. I got to get out to Boston. I have a friend of mine who used to work at the school with me who's got a brother that lives out there, and she's since retired. Yeah. Boy, I feel so good for those people who just retired. I'm like, man, you missed a real shitstorm.
It was about 2 or 3 years ago. They had a thing at work where they were trying to they were trying to clear out some old timers. So they were like, here's a package. If you want to retire, you can take this and go. And if not, then fine, you don't have to go. But they did it twice. In the second year where I worked, there was probably 6 to 8 people who took it. And everyone else was like, oh my gosh, that must be so nice. Here's some money. Just go ahead and retire.
Yeah. I
mean, if you're on the verge of retiring, that's perfect. 10 years away, it's like, it's not worth it. But.
Well, this gentleman that I met at the Angel show, he used to work for Ralston. Yeah. So I'd be interested in knowing if that's something he did. But anyway.
I wonder if Atari Creep's going to the Boston Amico.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Because he's right there, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's where he's from. So it's his yard.
I've been to Boston once. I was there for 2 weeks for work. It was a neat place.
Wow.
Got to see a baseball game in Fenway. That was awesome.
There you go.
That was the best.
Yeah, my daughter really liked it. She didn't go to the Cheers bar though.
We've been to the Cheers bar. Mama C and I went down to we went to the Cheers bar, like the actual one.
Right.
There were two. There's one in Fanier Hall, which actually closed during COVID. We've been there with the kids and such. It was a lot of fun. And the last time we went down, Mama C and I went in town for a ball game. We went to Cheers and we were staying up in New Hampshire. So we drove about about an hour, I guess it was, and went in for the day and then did the ball game, did Cheers. And it's absolutely worth doing it. Beautiful city.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had ties to Boston. I have family in that area since, the house that I live in now was my great aunt's, and one of her daughters and all her family moved to Boston. And I always was down visiting them through my whole life. So they're still there, a lot of them. So it's
wow.
This part of the country is a lot of ties to New England, and Boston is the city. Boston and Halifax are the cities for the Atlantic Canada and the upper New England states. So we all have ties everywhere, right?
Wow.
Pete, have you been to Wrigley?
I have not been to Chicago, let alone Wrigley.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
I've been to Wrigley. I liked Fenway Park better, I'll have to say.
Really? Yeah.
I haven't been to Fenway, but I did go to Wrigley. Watched a Cardinals game there.
You were undoubtedly at Fenway sometime in the last 15 years, right? Since they built the Green Monster? Or since they put the seats above the Green Monster?
No, I was there. No, it's been probably 25 years. There were no seats up there or anything. It was pretty much like just the old. I don't think there was anything new there when I went there. It was just the old stadium.
You know, all the old stadiums in baseball that they got rid of, tore down, Comiskey, Tiger Stadium, everything but Wrigley and Fenway, really. It's amazing it didn't go. They tried to get rid of it a couple times, and they just ended up building it up. And it's a beautiful park right now. It's Perry.
Perry.
But it's a beautiful park, and the monster seats are incredible. I've not been there for a game, but I've been there for batting practice, and it's an amazing view. I have tons of pictures, and the foul pole, sign the foul pole. They paint it every day or every other day, and people are writing all over it. So, and then pesky pole on the right field line. It's all really amazing. It's just such an historic park. We went for 2 games and we got 3 balls, all batting practice and stuff. But 64-bit was lucky enough. We were over top of the left field bullpen when Pappy was taking batting practice, and I know the ball hit the roof of the bullpen and hit a rail, and it shot through about 10 sets of hands. And he was standing there. He was about 14 or 15 at the time and sniped it right up. So. He's got a home run ball from Pappy, which one of the greatest, frankly, recent, but one of the greatest players in Red Sox history.
Wow.
A lot of history there, too. And he actually deserves that spot. So things like that are neat, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you guys seen this 8-bit Christmas movie coming to HBO?
No.
I watched the trailer.
I was waiting for that.
I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but I'm definitely going to watch it. I mean,
yeah,
a video game Christmas movie. Okay, that's right up my alley.
Yeah, all about the 80s. And think about that, Stu. You like it. It's all about a kid in the 80s just wanting that NES, right?
Yeah. Huh.
At first,
I haven't seen.
Do you remember that famous video of the Nintendo 64 kid? There's this little kid. He got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. It's on YouTube. He rips it open, he sees it, and he's just going nuts. He's screaming, going crazy. His sister's going nuts. At first, I thought this movie was going to be based off of that video, but but then it hit me. I was like, well, Nintendo 64 certainly wasn't 8-bit, and it wasn't in the 80s, so it didn't fit. But I was like, that'd be kind of cool to kind of base a movie off of a little video, a famous video on YouTube.
Could be inspired.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That'd be good. I have not seen Free Guy yet.
I haven't either.
Me neither.
I do want to see it though. I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan.
He didn't he play Pikachu in Detective Pikachu?
Yes. Yeah, that's the only problem though, is I get too concerned that some of these guys get spread too thin. I mean, they're just everywhere doing this and that and this and that. And then eventually they end up like Adam Sandler, where you're just doing the same character over and over. And, you know.
Detective Pikachu was surprisingly good, though.
I enjoyed what I saw of it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I didn't finish it.
And again, it was cool seeing a video game movie. You know, I mean, there's not a ton of them.
Right.
Certainly not a ton of them that are well done, but I was surprised. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean? Like that near Oscar-winning Super Mario Brothers movie?
I never even watched that one. I couldn't even watch the Super Mario show, the TV show. I never even watched that.
Oh, I know. I've seen it at Menards and almost bought it for you. I'm like, oh, I should get this for Jeff.
JD, I actually liked Pixels.
I liked it.
I was never interested in watching it.
It's certainly not a masterpiece, but it was fun to watch. I mean,
That's
Kevin
good.
James plays the president, so right there, it's kind of a mess. But I don't know. I just like seeing video games and movies, and it wasn't terrible.
I finally, speaking of those guys, I finally watched Wild Hogs recently.
Oh, that's with a bunch of old actors.
It's got Tim Allen, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence. What's the guy that's on Shameless? And he was in Jurassic Park 3, redheaded guy. William H. Macy.
Yeah, that's it.
And it seemed like there was one other one. Maybe there was just the 4. No, it was, yeah, I don't know. Seemed like it was just the 4. But I know I'm missing one. Anyway, that was fun. I didn't mind that movie. It was kind of neat. Kind of got a little long, but that's the way it goes. So, well, shall we call it?
Sure. We're we're at almost 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Did I mute something?
Holy smokes.
Well, I come on for a few minutes at the end of the show at the 1 hour and 50-minute mark. I ended up being here for 45 minutes.
Oh, bongo.
What did I just do?
All right, so next week we've got the guys from Premium Edition Games coming on. Week after, I guess that'll be movie night. Yep. Oh wait, are we doing Star Wars or have we not decided? I don't remember.
I don't think we've decided, have we?
I don't know. But we can, all 5 of us can be on, and we'll, whether we do movies or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Well, the main thing is we get this dadgum stream together to play Rocket League
against Next Level Gaming.
We need practice.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been
you guys
months.
got any time this weekend?
Probably.
It's a thought.
Sounds good.
I need something to cheer me up and get me ready for Monday. So
yeah, next week's my last full week, and then Thanksgiving week off. Thank goodness.
I wish I had the whole week off. I don't.
I can't remember the last time I worked on Thanksgiving week. I take that week off every year.
I should. I should just do that. I should just do that. Everybody else is leaving. I should just say, you know what? I'm not doing that.
I'm done.
I might just do that.
See you in a week.
Screw it.
Pete, what do you got coming up?
Jeff is going to join me next Tuesday night, and we are going to have a very special guest. It is going to be Paul Nurmanen from the Television Dairies podcast. Haven't done a live stream in a while. Had a few weeks off, but we're going to have Paul on the show next Tuesday night, November 16th at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, and 9 o'clock PPT. So that'll be a lot of fun, and we're going to talk a lot about television in general, but also I'm just going to pick his brain because this is a guy who's talked to everybody in the television community pretty much from 1979 right up through today. And I just want to talk to him and ask him a lot of questions about the show and what he's put together over the years, because he's done 41 episodes and literally hundreds of hours of information and interviews with all these people. And I think there's a lot of stories to tell. He's had a lot of help, but great co-hosts. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Just be sure not to pick his brain like Hannibal Lecter.
No, like in Hannibal. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. The week after that, actually, you know what? TJ Ferreira's got some internet again. He's coming on my show with me.
What?
So that's going to happen on the 23rd of November.
You
so
got him before we did.
I pestered him a year ago, and it was like he never had good internet. He couldn't do it because of his internet connection.
That's what Jeff always told me.
So I talked to him last week, and we're all lined up for the 23rd. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, put in a good word for us.
Absolutely.
I talked to him a long time ago, and it was, I think, our first year, like towards the end. And he just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. I got a couple other videos coming out. Got an Any Homebrew Spotlight coming out. A couple more pickup videos, of which I've got like 3 still recorded to edit and get out. And of course, the 125 Safe Crackers got to come out here soon. So
very awesome.
If I can catch up with it all, that's keeping up with it all is a challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ha!
Classic Chris Farley.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man.
Yeah, Slappy needs to be on one of these shows.
Yeah, we do. We need to get.
I've been at Slappy for quite a while too, and it's like just doesn't work out, you know. So far, Sunday.
Yeah. Time wise, it doesn't work out. Schedules, you mean?
Yeah.
He works at night, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, Pete, want to take us out?
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes.
We will see you next week. Actually,
Can't wait.
You gonna show tomorrow?
I don't know if I'll get to a show tomorrow because I've got that rehearsal and I'm not ready. So, I may throw one together Friday.
Okay.
So
Friday or Saturday. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do a weekend show this week.
Yeah. Maybe we'll
because I really need to talk about Angel. So
maybe we'll get some game streaming in on your show or your channel too.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Got to figure out how to do that again. How to add more people than just me.
Mike,
help.
Yeah, Mike,
as we.
We'll do a test.
Right.
We'll do a test this weekend, maybe.
That's right.
All right, guys. We will see you later.
Night.
See you. We ending with his video again?
Oh.
Happy Remembrance Day, everybody. Remembrance Day tomorrow.
Yes. I got to find your video here, Pete. All right. We'll see you guys.
Well, Coco, no hosting for us tonight. We've done it twice now. Did it once with Viking Stew. Done it once with just Jeff. And no hosting. Probably won't be on the show till next movie night, right before U.S. Thanksgiving, huh? That's great, isn't it? I guess I don't have anything better to do tonight than just to watch, you know, and probably see what kind of wonderful things that there are to buy, and use my PayPal account, and go through Amazon, and damn you, Go Game Go!
Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi.